that are here from the Division of Youth to talk about National Youth Month. So keep it locked right here at the Glory 93.9 FM. I'll turn the rest of this service over to over to Marisha and the guest she has in studio. Good morning to you, Marisha. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Delta. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, for those of you who are just tuned in, you're tuned into Glory 93.9 FM. It's 38 minutes gone by the 11 o'clock hour. And listen, I'm excited to be here. Y'all, I've been here all morning. Y'all bring my strength in the Lord from 7 a.m. My God, my God, my God. I'm good and tired, but good and excited. I'm excited because I'm not in the studio by myself. I'm super excited. I'm not in the studio by myself, y'all. I got company. I got company. I got company. And I'm super excited to have these beautiful ladies in studio with me. But before I introduce them, I want to remind you of our posture for this week. We are determined to believe God for the full manifestation of everything that He has said concerning us, which means that we have not been delayed and we have not been denied, that we are in the perfect timing of God and we trust Him. We believe Him to complete the work that He has began on the inside of us. Well, listen, we're having a conversation about youth here on National Youth Month. Oh my gosh, it's October already. Oh my goodness, how did this happen? Where was I when this happened? It is October already, and October is National Youth Month. And y'all, we finally feel like we outside of the pandemic. Glory to God. Shando, I can shout already. We're finally outside of the pandemic and we're getting back into some normal activities that we're super excited about. So I have here with me some beautiful ladies from the Division of Youth, and I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves, but I'm going to introduce one who needs no introduction to Glory 93.9 FM because she's been here before, but we're so elated to have her, the director of the Division of Youth, in the person of Sandina Neely. Hey, Sandina.
We outside. Yes.
Pull that
We're
mic a little
excited.
closer to you for me.
We outside.
We
and we're
outside,
excited.
babe.
Yes.
We
yes.
outside. We outside. And Sandina, please tell me who you've brought along with you.
I have brought two of our talented and amazing youth officers
Mhm.
in the person of
Kelly Brothway.
Mhm.
and
Lauren Ashley Hasty.
Well, welcome
Yes.
Kelly and Lauren to Go 93.9 FM. We're super excited to have you guys here with us. And I'm excited to have this conversation today. So just to let you ladies know, and for those of you who are tuned in, whether you are listening via TuneIn Radio, whether you're tuned in live on Facebook, on YouTube, or Twitter, welcome to this conversation. We're using this conversation here today as a little tester. I using y'all. I didn't tell y'all I was making y'all guinea pigs, but we're considering here doing a show at Glory 93.9 FM that's focused on youth, and of course, Sandina knows my heart concerning youth, and so we're kind of using you guys as a little tester to see what the audience is going to be like, to see what the viewership is going to be like, to see what the interest is like for our listeners, and so on and so forth. And so this is a little attempt to, to see how it's going to go. So I'm gonna give you guys the link to share, and for those of you who are tuned in online, share it, share it, share it, share it, share it. Like my friend to say, all my faces, share it, like it, and share it. Let's get the information out there. I just posted it to my Facebook page, and so for those of you who don't do Facebook, you can go on YouTube, look for Glory 93.9 FM. And you will find us. Those of you who do Twitter, we live on Twitter right now too. Can you believe it? We're live. So definitely tune in and share it, like and share today's conversation. So, we're talking about National Youth Month for the month of October. And the theme for this month is youth building a bold future. But bold is not just bold, bold is bright, optimistic, labelless, and diverse. Now, I have to ask where this acronym came from because this acronym is heavy. Is heavy. So let's talk a little bit about this bright, optimistic, labelless, diverse future that we're trying to build for our nation's youth. Where did we get this topic from? Where did it come from? Was it a conversation? Like, how did it come about?
So every year when it's time to choose a theme, the team gets together.
Okay.
And I'm gonna allow them to elaborate, but
Mm-hmm.
we started with a couple keywords or a couple watchwords that we've been hearing for the past year.
Okay.
Bright, bold, futuristic.
Right.
And so, I left it to them and they sat. And when they came up with the wording, we decided on youth building a bold future.
Right.
And then they decided we're going to define
Bold.
what we mean by bold.
Okay, I love it.
And how that future looks.
Love it.
So that they can have a full picture
Mhm.
of what this bold future is that they're moving toward. And so, of course, when you hear them talk, you'll hear how and why they came up with it. Kelly, you could expound.
So our sessions usually are us sitting around the office on the floor by
Right.
our desks, and we're just like, okay, so what does this mean for us and
Right.
how we see our youth,
Mhm.
our youth in general?
Mhm.
And one of the things is we want them to have a bright future, bright
Right.
existence.
Mhm.
We want them to be optimistic about everything that they do, their endeavors,
Mhm.
every challenge that they face. We want them to be optimistic about it
Mhm.
and labelless. We wanted to remove all of those labels that other generations seem to put on
Yeah.
this generation.
Yeah.
They
Mhm.
throw it on them. And
Yeah.
we were like, no, we're going to remove those labels. So
Yes.
they're going to be labelless
Yeah.
and diverse because we welcome all walks. We don't
Okay.
exclude anybody,
Love it.
any youth, any person, creed, whatever you are, come
Mhm.
as you are. This is the division of youth, and this is what we do. So we were like, this is perfect.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Do you want to add anything to that, Lauren?
I think Kelly said it so beautifully.
Mhm.
That's how we came together and thought about it. We want our youth to be the persons in the forefront,
Mhm.
making the change. And we see so many young people doing that. They're breaking the barriers.
Mhm.
They're thinking of more ways to make themselves more diverse and adapt to the world, especially after the pandemic. So I thought the theme fit beautifully.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, listen, if you have any questions about this theme, any questions about National Youth Month, or you just might just be, like, who these people is, who are they? You want to have maybe some participation in what's happening. Let me just get it in right now. Let me give you the numbers to call right now. So if you would like to get more information as we dive into this show, you can send a WhatsApp or a text to 828-2543. Or if you want to contribute to the conversation, the number to call is 828-3543. So I'll give you those numbers again, 828-2543, 828-3543, 242 being the area code. Well, listen, I wanted to talk about this theme and what this really looks like. So Sandina knows this, but Kelly and Lauren, you don't know this. I'm a youth pastor. So I deal with young people on a daily basis. We at Glory 93.9 FM, we are owned and managed by Life Worship Center. Our pastor is Bishop Denzel Roll. And I am the director of Teen Life, and we have some programs that are in CH Reeves, and we have an upcoming intervention program that will be beginning in R and Bailey in the very soon future. And then I have some private schools whose names I can't call over the radio, who I also spend some time in weekly. And so our reach in reference to young people is extremely diverse because there are some people very, very far out west that I go to twice a week. And then, of course, there are some in inner city kids that our ministry has impact on. And one of the biggest hurdles that we have discovered in our ministry, doing youth ministry, is the environment that these kids are in, contributing to their behavior, contributing to their delay in some cases, contributing to their actions, their personality, their nature. Some of them are being nurtured in extremely difficult circumstances. In particular, there was a situation that we dealt with recently where we had a young man who was in trouble for fighting in school, called his parents, as we should, discovered that the father was in jail and the mother was under lockdown that weekend and could not be reached because she too was in a fight that weekend and was locked up over the weekend and we couldn't reach her. So we're wondering why our kids are acting the way that they're acting and why we're getting the I guess you could almost say the disinterest for life and education and forward movement. And it's because of the environments that our kids are in. The environments are simply reproducing themselves. And this is one of the difficult things we find, because once we introduce this bright, optimistic, labelless, diverse future to our kids when they come to these events, the difficulty I believe that we are all faced with as youth workers is how do we get them to maintain that mindset in the midst of the environment that they have to go back to, because the environment doesn't necessarily contribute towards that kind of thinking. And so this is a challenge that we find ourselves with, especially coming out of a pandemic where there was even greater difficulty in the home. There were some things that people were exposed to that they should not have been exposed to. And then some of our children had to learn on their own. And we've seen the difficulties with that, but we've also seen the successes with that as well too. So we're dealing with a very, I would say, delicate time in the lives of our nation's youth, and as the Bible says, we've not been this way before. We do not know what to do is often our posture, but of course this is Glory 93.9 FM, so our posture as believers is that our eyes are on God to help us and to lead us and to guide us as to what to do, as to the approach to take, as to how to reach these young people. And so what is your advice as the Division of Youth to youth leaders out there who may be like, I don't know how to reach these kids? What help do they have? Do they not know that they have access to? What is it that you found in dealing with these different organizations that you come across on a consistent basis? Like, what are they doing that's working? What are they doing that's not working? Because I'm sure that there have been some failures and successes. What have you found in getting your hands dirty?
Right.
What have you found?
Right. So the Division of Youth exists as the premier youth development agency, and I don't think enough people know that.
No.
That we are a resource
Yes.
for them.
Yes.
And so immediately some of the solutions that I can share with you, we offer mentorship, we offer coaching,
Yes.
we offer guidance to youth organizations.
Good stuff.
Youth leaders are able to access peer coaching because we have an entire network. We have the National Youth Organization Network where all of the youth leaders can tap in, they can interface with each other,
Yes.
they can share solutions, they can share ideas. And so this is the kind of atmosphere and environment that we want to always foster so that our young people see a model that they can follow, that can be iconic for them, not idolatrous.
I love
iconic,
it. I love it.
Where they can say, this is the marker, this is the model, this works. Let me take the good pages out of this book, because we're not able to change the young people's environments.
No.
But we can offer them mentorship.
Yes.
We can offer them coaching.
Yes.
We can show them how to self-coach.
Yes.
So that they can come out of their environments while they're in it.
Yes.
Even while they're in it. And Kelly would have run our youth leaders program for so many years. Lauren is now running our youth leaders program. So I'm certain they can tell you the successes that they've had in their programs.
Good stuff.
Yes. I think the main thing that we need to do to be here for you, like let them know that you are there.
Yeah.
I think the disconnect is we try to do so many different things when the basic thing is just let them know that you are there.
That's good.
And that is what we do. We have a network of organizations and we want to put them out there. I know October is when we highlight youth, but we are present 365 days of the year.
Good stuff.
12 months.
Good stuff.
Every single day, day in, day out. This is what we do.
Yeah.
And we be bold.
Yeah.
Be optimistic in your charge and be deliberate and intentional.
I love it.
When you say you're gonna deal with you deal with them.
Yes.
Don't drop off when it gets difficult, because it'll be difficult more days than it gonna be good.
Absolutely.
But it's so rewarding.
Yeah.
We just have to be there. And the thing of us deciding what it is that they need, let them decide. Let them tell us. All we have to do, What
Just
is it?
ask. Yeah.
What is it that you need from us? And that's what
Yes.
we are here to do.
Love
To ask
it.
the youth organizations, the youth, the schools, everyone, what is it that you need from us?
Yes.
So that we could work together, because that's the only way it's going to work. I am my brother's keeper.
Yeah.
We are our brother's keeper.
Yeah.
So the only way it will work is if all of us are united and on the same page.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. What do you have to say, Lauren?
Kelly is definitely so right. Sometimes all young people need is someone to be there,
Mhm.
someone to hear their voice, let them know that, hey, I care about what it is that you're thinking.
Yeah.
I care about what you have to say.
Mhm.
Because a lot of times they don't get to have a voice. They don't get to say in what they do after school, what I do at school. Everyone's always telling them what to do. So it's
Right.
sometimes it's hard for them to express maybe what's going on.
Yeah.
And just having someone to be there and listen to them. And even when they're fighting you back,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you be there.
Yeah.
Just like Kelly said, let them know I'm here for you. I'm going to stay here. You might be fighting me today, but we're going to be talking about it again tomorrow, and just keep going at them.
I love it.
Keep
This
going at it.
morning, we had a kickoff event at
Yes.
the ministry.
Yes.
Where Ministry of Education, Ministry of Youth was able to come together, and we had the vocal singers from R.M. Bailey's pop band.
Yes.
And
Yes.
they sang If You're Out There.
Yes.
And there's a line from that song that stuck with me. It said, the future was yesterday.
Oh,
So you're already late.
love it.
And that is the challenge that we have with our young people. We sometimes find ourselves playing catch up with them.
Yeah.
And we don't want to do that anymore. So
No.
we're sending a clarion call out to our young people, letting them know we know that the future has already begun because you're here. You're evidence of it.
Yes.
So reach out to us, connect with us, come to your home down there on University Drive. We're now on TikTok, Celebrate Youth Bahamas.
I love it.
We're on IG, Division of Youth 242,
Love it.
Facebook, Division of Youth 242. You know the ways to reach us. You're out there, and we know that. And we're your home, and we want to connect. So we're sending a clarion call out to them. Yes, it's Youth Month, so we want you to connect with us. But like Kelly said, 365, we're here.
Yes. And one of the things that I definitely would like us to highlight too is like the advantages and the opportunities for youth organizations, whether you are religious or you are secular, however your organization is structured. Can we talk about some of the opportunities, some of the things that are available to youth leaders out there, some of the stuff that they don't know that they should have access to? Because I know that many of us that work in youth work, our cry is we don't have this, we don't have that, we can't find this, we can't do that. It's always a can't. I guess you could say that's underlying in the conversation. So what are some of the things that the Division of Youth runs consistently that could be a help to youth workers out there?
So just to preface that, we
Mhm.
want youth leaders to know that we are currently working on professionalizing youth work.
Yes.
That is key. That is critical. This is not something you do volunteer
Yes.
by the wayside after work on the side. This is not a side hustle.
Yes.
This is real work.
Yes.
This is good work.
Yes.
This is hard work.
I love that you
This
said
is
that.
frustrating work, but it's absolutely
I
rewarding.
love that you said it because a lot of people think it's a side hustle.
It's not. This is
It's
full-time
not.
work.
Yes.
And so you're going to hear next year where we talk about this road to professionalizing youth work.
I love
A
it.
youth degree will be in short order recognized at the University
Love
of the
it.
Bahamas.
Awesome.
We're working with the Commonwealth of Learning and the Commonwealth of Education and the University of West Indies to make that happen so that
sounds
this
good.
can be recognized as a profession.
Yeah.
We have the Youth Leader Certification Program that starts. Lauren will give you the dates for that.
It
Mhm.
starts in November 8th. So the registration is already open. There is limited seating.
Yes.
This time around, it's going to be physical because we outside.
Yeah.
The
We out here
pandemic.
in these streets.
So come on, go to our Facebook page,
Yeah.
Division of Youth 242. Please register. Get yourself in the class while you can. The space is limited.
Good
and
stuff.
certification is so important. People always
is.
often ask, why do I have to be a certified youth leader? And so through the length and breadth of the country, we want people to know when you hear that you're in touch with a certified youth leader, they've standardized training.
Yes. It's important.
And you can trust
Yes.
the certification.
Yes.
You understand? And so we have other programs like the Fresh Start program where we skill young people up, give them a skill, teach them a trade, give them
love it.
interpersonal skills
Mhm.
from 18 to 25. That program starts in the spring. Job Ready is our job readiness program for 16 to 18-year-olds who are out of high school, but not yet in college. We skill them up as well.
Good stuff.
In a shorter program. We also have our Be Inspired program that we're looking forward to relaunching in the spring, where we give small grants of up to $5,000 for persons who are 18 to 35. If you have a small or existing, a small or medium sized new or existing business,
love it.
It's almost like Shark Tank.
Yeah.
So we skill you up.
Yeah.
And then you're able to make your presentation, make a pitch.
And get a grant.
And you can get an absolute grant and you get mentorship for a year.
Love it.
After that, so that we
Love
work
it.
with you, hold your hand to ensure the good success
Mm-hmm.
of your business. And we have so many examples of business owners who would have gone through the program and who just would have received their grants. We know that Atario Mitchell would have gotten one of his first grants with us long before Bahamas Striping came about.
Wow.
Jameel Lightborn from Cheesecake Heaven.
Yes.
Keishelle Davis, she was Keishelle Kerr at the time.
Yes.
Mel from Switcher.
Yes.
Trying to remember Mervyn Sweeting. Yes, they all got their start with us. And we have persons now. We have, one of our newest grantees. She is in the business of Muslim clothing wear.
Interesting.
Yes, and we have young people on the Family Islands doing landscaping. We have someone who has a courier company.
Love
they were
it.
able to get small injections of capital.
Love it.
And so we have so many diverse, again, that word comes up, programming. And if there are youth leaders who are listening or young people and you have an idea, share that idea with us. Let's see what can happen. Whether it is you need resources, whether it is you need a network or a connection, share your idea with us and see what comes up.
See what's available to you. I love it. There's so many opportunities. I myself was a recipient of the grant years ago. Because I could be 35 in January. So years ago, I was a youth long time ago. I ain't so young no more.
You're on the cusp.
I'm now an ally.
Hey.
I'm now an ally. But yeah, so it's definitely something that I think that many of us we're not aware of, that you have this resource. And I'm so excited to hear that this youth work thing is going to be taken seriously. Sandine and I have so many conversations about how it's just not, people just don't get it. They don't get it. And I'll tell you, Kelly and Lauren, I got some strange looks from people when I decided to go off to school and study youth ministry. I got some very what you mean you're going to study youth ministry? You mean psychology? You mean counseling? No. I'm going off to school to get a bachelor's degree in youth ministry. That's what I want to do. And I'm telling you, all throughout the time I was in college and getting my degree, everybody was just like, so you got a degree in youth ministry. And it's this weird, strange thing. It's not common, but it's not understood how necessary it is. And one of the things that I'm extremely passionate about, and I know that you ladies would share this passion as well, is to kind of hone in on that age bracket after school, in between college and career. That age bracket in our nation kind of falls through the cracks. Yes. They get lost. Not only do we find it in secular society, but also in sacred society. A lot of times kids are in church up until they graduate from high school, and then all of a sudden they just disappear. And we don't see them again until they marry and have children. And we're seeing that too, in the organizations that are out there. A lot of conversations that I have with young people who have these youth organizations, it's hard to get kids to stay connected, to get young people to stay motivated after they feel like they're grown and they could do whatever they want to do. And so I love it. I love that you have that space where we can bridge that gap to help them to be focused and motivated and excel no matter where they find themselves in that age spectrum. So we're talking about a lot here today. We're talking about the bright, optimistic, labelless, diverse future of our nation's youth. And I have one more question for you ladies before we dive into the activities for this month. What is, I guess you could say, the most difficult obstacle that you find as persons who work with youth organizations? You're working with youth on a daily basis. What would you say is the greatest obstacle that you found doing youth work?
Oh my gosh. I know exactly what it is, but I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. It's funding. Oh my God, it's funding.
Yes.
We want to do so many different things. We want to have so many different organizations. We want to create new programming and do all these things that we know are needed.
Yes.
Because I know you said that once they graduate from high school and go into college, but they start becoming lost in the cracks. They start slipping from like 15, 16.
Yeah, so from like 10th, 10th, 11th
we want to
grade.
catch them before they start slipping, and then assist them straight up the ladder until they land their plane. That's what we want to do. But the funding is the big deal. Like, we have some big ideas, and I'll be the first to say, if I could get some of these organizations $100,000 every year, I would do it. 100 like this, because we know exactly how important youth work is.
Yes.
And we know exactly what they need.
Yes.
And sometimes, unfortunately, it falls through the cracks because we're unable to provide the adequate funding to give them exactly everything that would be required for them to
What would you say, Lauren?
I agree with Kelly on funding, but I think another issue also is the misunderstanding or the recognition of what exactly is youth work.
Right.
Because I have to explain it all the time when I tell people what I do. They're like, what is a youth officer? What does that mean?
Right.
So a lot of people are unaware exactly of the importance of, I think, what it is that we actually do.
Yes.
And I think if more persons understood and it was put out there more to say, hey, this is what we do. We're here to help. We're a resource. We work with young people. I think we would see a drastic change in the support when it comes to this line of work.
Absolutely. And I think, too, the fact that people don't recognize it as real work speaks to the deficiency that we have in dealing with young people, because people don't recognize it as something that's legitimate. So why would they give toward it, right? And so I think we have a responsibility as leaders to legitimize it, to help people to see how necessary it is and how it does take a village, babe. Like, it takes a village, and you need help. As a parent, you cannot do it by yourself. No. And the teachers as well, and the administrative staff and guidance counselors, they need somebody to back them up too. And so I think it's just so important for us to make sure that we can sound it out as much as we wanted to, which is why when you guys contacted me, I was like, let's do it. Let's just get them on the air. Let's get them on the airwaves. Let's have the conversation. Let's put it out there. Let's make people aware that this is necessary for not just the future of our nation, but I mean the future of our culture as a Bahamian people, that there are things that could be lost if, as youth leaders, we are not in position to guide and direct our young people. There are traditions, there are elements of our culture that could be lost if we are not being intentional to, as the Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go. And I believe that we are on the right track. We're definitely on the right track. So let's talk about what's happening for National Youth Month, because first of all, this calendar is full. My God, this calendar is full. So let's talk about what's happening. I'm going to put a calendar there for those of you who are tuned in online. So let's talk about it. So some things have happened already. You guys have had like 1 million church services. I've been watching. I've been following. I've been following y'all on social media. So you guys have had a church service on Saturday already. And then you've had Under the Stars as well too, eh?
Yes.
Okay. So that's happened already. And then you had a kickoff. And then you had a church service at BFM yesterday. And then you had a kickoff today at 10 a.m. So let's talk about what's coming up now, because there's stuff that's done gone. We done behind the 8 ball a little bit. But what's coming up? What's coming up next? Anybody tell us what's happening, what we can expect.
Well, I want to start this calendar off by saying on Friday, October 7th, we're going to have the Jesus in the Park by DJ Godson, which is
exciting.
So Christian people all across New Providence, we call for us to come and unite in praise and worship at this concert. And it's going to be at BFM. And it starts at 7 p.m. and it's going to be lovely. I this is one of my favorite events.
Yep.
Because you really see people come out, you see the smiles, and you feel Jesus
Love it
in there.
I love it. I thought I had the flyer for that. I'm looking forward to keep talking, Kelly.
Yeah, so yeah, you feel Jesus come out and everybody's just so happy, and you leave there worked up, pumped up to be bold and to go out and to do real youth work.
I love it.
So I love it.
So that's happening this Friday,
October 7th.
October 7th
at 7 p.m.
at Bahamas Faith Ministries.
Yes, ma'am.
And that is absolutely free.
All of our events are free.
I love it.
They're free because we want everyone to attend. We want to make sure and extend our arms and say, listen, hi, you don't have any reason not to come.
I love it.
Come out. We out here. Wear all your clothes.
Yes.
We doing this. No mask no more. If
My
you don't
goodness,
feel comfortable,
you're free,
wear your
free,
mask.
free.
You're free. So come on out.
I love it. Okay, and what's coming up after that?
Coming up after that on October 11th, we have the Future Forward Speech Competition in collaboration with E-News. So that is going to be at our ministry headquarters.
Yes.
6:30 p.m. There are 2 categories for the speeches, 14 to 17 and 18 to 21. So I do invite you guys, sign up. The registration is still open. You might get an opportunity to win.
I love it. And what are the you could tell us what the prizes are. No way. You can't.
That's secret information.
No problem. I know, but keep it things a secret. I love it. Okay, so the Future Forward speech competition, and then after that is Talent Jam.
Yes.
Lord Jesus, I feel like Talent Jam been around from I was a youth.
Yes, we are so elated to partner with Bahamas Faith Ministries. As you can see, they're very prominent on our calendar.
Yes.
We have forged a great partnership with them.
Awesome.
And so Talent Jam is now on the Youth Month calendar.
Love it.
You can contact Pastor Corey Roll at BFM if you need more information on it. And just come on down on October 14th. We are excited for that event. And then on October 15th, we have a partner event. This is a full partner event with Felicity Darville. She's having an event and a youth empowerment symposium called #Goals.
Oh, love it.
One of our youth officers, Shanda Roberts, is going to be assisting and participating and presenting.
Nice.
Shouts out to Shanda.
Hi, Shanda.
Yes.
Shanda.
She is going to be one of the speakers at that event, along with Charles Robbins, along with Donovan
Charles.
Rowe.
Hey, Charles.
Hey,
Yes.
Charles.
That is a completely free event.
Oh, awesome.
You just go to our page on Facebook, Division of Youth 242 to sign up. You can give us a call at 502-0736 as well. If you want to sign up, it's completely free. It's also going to be via Zoom. So those who are listening from the Family Islands or wherever you're tuned in from, you can participate in this event. It takes place on the 15th of October at Holy Cross. And then we have a very special event that's taking place on the 15th. So we just want persons to be in prayer for this event. It is a connect and paint event.
Yes, that's what I see here.
Our young people who are living in the homes. So it's going to be at a secure location, but they're going to be able to come together in their own space. We're going to be able to celebrate them, highlight them, share National Youth Month with them.
Oh, love it.
We would have hosted this in 2019.
Yes, I remember hearing about that.
An amazing event. Our youth officer, Alexia Roll, who just celebrated a birthday. Shouts out to Alexia.
Happy belated, Alexia.
She is the coordinator for that
Love
event.
It.
Yes, and then we also have an invitation-only event. So if youth leaders are tuned in, we want them to contact Lauren Ashley Hasty for the youth leaders reception that's coming up. We are honoring our patrons, Leslie and Yvonne McDonald out of Grand Bahama. It's Grand Bahama's turn.
Love it.
It's Grand Bahama's turn, and we're also posthumously honoring the late Anita Doherty.
Okay.
And that's happening at that event.
Okay.
Invitation only. So contact us for your invitation.
I want to push a pause right there, Sandina, because I'm glad you mentioned this. And at the meeting, I was there briefly and I was just like, my eyes were open because I want to make sure that persons out there know that National Youth Month is not Nassau centric.
No.
That this thing is breaking out wherever you find people in this country. National Youth Month is affecting that island. And my mind was blown because when I saw y'all putting up calendars for different islands, I was like, wait a minute, y'all, wait. This is a lot. So for those of you who are tuning online, you don't live in Nassau, you're wondering like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? Like, contact the Division of Youth and let them direct you to the youth director, the youth officer that is on your island, and get connected. Just listen. Go on their Facebook page. Go on their Instagram page. Inbox them on TikTok if you have to. Say, hey, I'm on such and such island. Who can I connect with? Let them give you the information. I was just like, I couldn't believe it. Grand Bahama. I saw it for Grand Bahama. I think another island I saw was Andros, and I heard about Long Island. There was something happening in Eleuthera and Abaco as well. Like all kind of things just going on. Just tinks. So be intentional for those of you who are outside of Nassau to go to the Division of Youth 242 page on Instagram. Go on Facebook, Celebrate Bahamas on TikTok, Youth Bahamas, Celebrate Youth Bahamas, and hit them up. Get connected. I promise you ain't gonna pay for nothing because that's their philosophy. So I just wanted to put that out there to make sure people knew that. Okay, so let's jump back into this calendar here that we're looking at for those of us in Nassau. So what's coming up next as we get ready to close?
So we actually have the epic event also at BFM, and that proves to be a lovely event. I'm gonna hurry up and just go through.
Yeah, no
and
problem.
Then we have on the October 22nd, that's the Youth Scavenger Hunt, which is the Island Hunt, and it starts at the National Art Gallery. It begins at 9 a.m., so that's a little early, but it's worth it. If you love the Amazing Race, you love that. And we have the Youth Rally and March at Clifford Park.
Love it.
And that starts at 2 p.m. and that's October 23rd. And then, of course, we have the creme de la creme, which is the Youth Awards. And that's going to be on Wednesday, the 26th of October.
Yes.
Now, for these events, which is the Island Hunt, the Youth Rally and March, and the National Youth Awards, we need you to go on our sites, register. For the Island Hunt is first come, first serve. For the Youth Awards, who doesn't want to be recognized? Recognize your youth. Come on. If you know someone, a young person who's doing some big things, please give them their recognition. Give them their flowers while they are here. And for the Youth Rally and March, please register your organization because we want to have some organized.
And this is the first time
This
in
is the
years
first time since 2019.
So
we out here.
Yes.
We want to be organized. So we just want to know who are there. And then it's good for placement too.
Yes.
So please. And then, of course, I'm going to let Lauren take this next event.
On the 28th, we have our National Youth in Parliament.
Love it.
So if you don't know, Youth in Parliament is actually where the young people tend to take over the House of Assembly.
Love it.
And they have speeches on 2 resolutions.
Love it.
It is going to be aired on the parliamentary page, and you'll also see the recordings on our Facebook page. So if this is your first time hearing about Youth in Parliament, listen. We represent the 39 constituencies through the Bahamas. The young people are so excited, they cannot wait. And for the first time this year, we are actually on the 31st of this month going to have a youth in the Senate.
Love it.
This is the first time
this
we're
is
gonna
new.
actually
Yeah,
have
I love
people
it.
taking over both parts of government. So listen, tune in. Get the young people that I know that listen, it is be dynamic listening to them and what they have to say and their opinions.
Yes.
It's gonna be dynamic. You don't
Love
want to
it.
miss it.
Love it. Listen, this National Youth Month is unlike anyone you've ever seen so far.
We want to give some quick shout outs to our officers.
Yes.
Carla Brown Roker and Kenneth Miller in Grand Bahama. Their calendar will be posted.
Yes.
We have Brian Clare in Andros. His flyer is going to be posted. We have
Love
Jermaine
it.
Adderley in Long Island. His information is going to be posted. They had a lovely event on Saturday past.
Nice.
And they're having another event on the 15th, a family fun day. And then we also have Clara Young in Eleuthera, North, Central, South, everywhere. They're celebrating. Abaco is not to be left out. They're having events as well.
Awesome.
And there are other family islands that are having events. The Berry Islands down in Inagua, Auckland's, all over. Contact us, connect with us. If you're having an event and you haven't heard us recognize your event, charge it to our heads, not our hearts.
Yes.
Call us, contact us, send us your flyer, and let us help to publicize and share your event because this National Youth Month is national. We want everyone to take ownership of National Youth Month.
Yes. Absolutely, absolutely. Well, listen, ladies, it was an awesome pleasure to have you guys in studio with us today, and I'm hoping that we can make this a regular thing. And we're gonna talk about
Yes.
that and what talk about what that looks like. And I'm excited for National Youth Month. Listen to all of youth leaders out there. I have a passion for youth leaders. Youth leaders out there, get connected with the Division of Youth 242, and let's do this thing the best way that we could. We have generations in our hands. And so let's be responsible, let's be intentional, but also, let's be excited about it because we have the ability to come alongside so many other individuals in our society who are trying to make life better for our young people and better for the future of this nation. So let's be intentional about that. Let's get connected. Let's stay connected. Y'all, it's been great. I'm going to turn it back over to Delton because we took over the break room today. We very, very, very pushy, very bombardy. We took over the break room today. So thank you so much, Delton, for allowing us to be in your space, in your time.
Not a problem. Not a
We
problem at all.
appreciate you, sir.
It's not a problem.
You're tuned into Glory 93.9 FM. Keep it locked in.